fuck SWAT, busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn field, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where? I was at back, where the stash at? Cruise the city in a bulletproof Cadillac, cause I know these niggas out there where the bag at. Gotta move smarter, gotta move harder. Niggas try to give me 5 mile water. I lay his ass down on my son, on my daughter. I had the Draco with me, Dwayne Carter. Lot of niggas out here playing, ain't ballin'. I done put my whole arm in the rim, Benz Carter. And I know Poppy get a key for the quarter. Shawty barely seen the double C's, I bought her. Got a bitch that's looking like a Leah, she a model. I got the pink slip, my whip is keyless. Compton, I'm about to get the key to the city. Patty, light up the city. Forgetting out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn field, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where? I've been moving them out. And steal it with me, then he got the blues in the pouch. Took her to the forest, put the wood in the mouth. Bitch, don't wear no shoes in my house. The private I'm flying in, I never wanna fly again. I take my chances in traffic. She sucking on dick, no hands with it. I just made the rolling plane like a landing strip. I'm a 2020 president candidate. I done put 100 bands on Zimmerman shit. I been moving real gangster, so that's why she pick a crit. Shawty call me Crisco, cause I pop my shit. Got it out the mud. There's nothing you can tell me. Yeah, when I had a job, South Street wealthy. Yeah, I had the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn field, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where?
Once again, as always, it's the one, it's the only, it's the motherfucking General Miguel Magayon! And as always, the president, the founder, the CEO of Magayon Entertainment! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Podcast America. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we talking about that bad, and I'm talking about that bad motherfucking bitch. We talking about that big booty ass bitch. We talking about that bomb ass pussy type bitch. We talking about that bitch with the cute face and the slim waist, the one with the fat ass cheeks and the big ass titties. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we talking about the one, the only, the motherfucking bad bitch known as Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I'm going to break down this Bitcoin chart. Tonight I'm going to break down the Bitcoin narrative, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about the altcoin season once again. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, when the general's about to teach you some shit, when the general's about to educate you on shit, and when the general's about to drop some knowledge in this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, you get the pens and the motherfucking pads. And let's get into it this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, real quickly, I just want to give a shout out to everyone. Thank everyone who messaged me on Friday evening. When I sent that clip, I think it was Thursday night, Friday morning, the Bitcoin breakthrough. It was one of the most loved and one of the most liked podcast clips that I came out with this year. Apparently, don't ask me, but apparently everyone really enjoyed that clip. Everyone really liked that clip. So just a quick shout out and appreciation from everyone who messaged me on Friday morning and Friday evening, telling me that they thoroughly enjoyed that Bitcoin breakthrough clip that I sent out last week. If you guys hadn't had a chance to listen to it yet, go ahead and take a listen. I thought it was a really funny clip. I thought it was really fun to make that clip. I had a lot of fun making that clip. And a lot of people really enjoyed that clip. A lot of people told me they really loved that clip. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys get a chance later today or sometime this week, go ahead and listen to that clip that I sent out last week. It's called the Bitcoin Breakthrough. I believe I sent it on Thursday of last week. So go ahead and check your emails and make sure you guys take a listen to that clip because everyone's telling me it's the shit. Everyone's telling me it's dope as shit. Everyone's telling me that shit was straight fucking fire and shit. So, yeah, go ahead and take a listen to that clip. Let me know what you guys think. But I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate all the, support and loyalty as always. It means a lot to the general. I appreciate all my soldiers. I love all my ride or dies, and shout out to all my VIPs. Nothing but love, and I really appreciate when people give me feedback like that. That shit hits differently. So, appreciate everyone who messaged me this weekend and messaged me on Friday evening, Friday night, telling me that they love the breakthrough clip, the Bitcoin breakthrough clip. So again, if you guys hadn't had a chance to listen to it yet, take some time today or later on this week and, go ahead and download that clip. It's in your inbox and, let me know what you guys think. It's called the Bitcoin Breakthrough and it is apparently one of the most loved clips, that I sent out this year. So go ahead and listen to it. The Bitcoin Breakthrough. It's a very good clip. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to this shit. The Big Booty Bitcoin clip, as I like to call it. I'm basically doing a sequel to the Bitcoin Breakthrough that I sent out on Friday. So again, this is kind of like a follow-up or a sequel to it, and we're going to continue to break things down on this clip, piece by piece, brick by brick, layer by layer, building by fucking building. And I want to start with the Bitcoin narrative. I want to talk about what got all the bulls, the Bitcoin bulls all bulled up, for the past 2 weeks and all month long and shit. And why everyone thinks we're going to 100K, 200K, 300K quick, fast, and in a hurry and shit. So as I've said before, I think it was like last month, 2 or 3 weeks ago, some shit like that. I said the Bitcoin narrative that everyone is pumping up on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, InstaHo, Facefuck, whatever fucking Tinder, Plenty of Fish, whatever fucking stupid ass apps, you guys use these days to get that loose ass pussy. The thing that everyone's talking about these days, that is going to send Bitcoin up to a fucking million or send it back to fucking the moon and skyrocketing and parabolic run again and what's really going to get Bitcoin moving again, is the Bitcoin ETF that we've been talking about for probably almost 2 years now. And it feels like the rhetoric and the noise and just the loudness around that is getting louder and louder and louder and louder right now. And the main reason is because even though the SEC is basically just like they're stubborn as fuck right now. And Gary Gensler and everyone at the SEC is basically fighting that Bitcoin ETF, saying we don't want a Bitcoin ETF. We shouldn't have a Bitcoin ETF. You can't make us do a Bitcoin ETF. We don't want to approve a Bitcoin ETF. We don't want to legalize a Bitcoin ETF. The SEC and all these bitch-ass fucking regulators and bitch-ass government officials and bitch-ass fucking, SEC motherfuckers, they're all basically fighting BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, all the institutions, all the big players, all the whales and the mega whales and all the Goliaths on Wall Street and the King Kongs of fucking Wall Street. And they're all over Wall Street right now saying, we want a Bitcoin ETF. We need it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And we want that shit to get approved right now, motherfuckers, right now. Yay, yay. And all the bobs and shit over there, the regulators at the SEC, the government officials at the SEC, right? All the fucking, fucking corrupt ass motherfuckers at the SEC are out here saying, no Bitcoin ETF, no Bitcoin ETF approval, no Bitcoin ETF for you. No. And all these Goliaths on Wall Street, again, the BlackRock, the Vanguard, the Fidelities, the mutual funds, the index funds, the pension funds, the mutual funds, all the fucking pension funds and money managers and wealth managers and CNBC hosts, all these big ass fucking, monster, institutional investors across Wall Street are basically emailing everyone at the SEC, emailing everyone in Congress, Capitol Hill, Senate, the White House, the Biden administration, Kamala Harris. Like everyone's just, blowing these people up saying, yo, these bitches over here at the SEC are not allowing us to get that approval for the Bitcoin ETF, and we need it so we can send Bitcoin to the moon, and we can send Bitcoin skyrocketing. Now, let me take a step back, because I know a lot of new subscribers right now these days are still kind of lost in the sauce. You guys don't really know what's happening. You guys don't understand why this is a big deal. You guys are like, what the fuck is even a Bitcoin ETF, and what does it do, and how's it going to help make me rich? How's it going to help my portfolio? How's it going to help me make motherfucking money? Well, stand the fuck by and pay attention and make sure you listen, because I'm going to explain to you how a Bitcoin ETF is going to help make you rich. It's going to help make you some moolah. It's going to help make you some dinero. It's going to help make you some fucking bloody money. It's really this simple. Institutions, and I'm going to dummy this down so that way the average pendejo can understand this shit that I'm about to say right now. Okay, I want to make sure you guys all understand clearly what the fuck is happening right now. That way you can't say you don't understand later. I want to help make you guys money, because I know 99% of you guys listening are broke as fuck. I know 99% of you guys listening are struggling as fuck. I know 99% of you guys listening barely got any money right now. Like, you guys are like, what the fuck? Because inflation, the economy, interest rates, mortgage rates, what's going down with this global economic slowdown, that shit's whooping your ass right now. That shit's kicking your ass right now. A lot of people are getting beat down in this fucking economy, and that's why so many people are forced to live at their mama's house. So many people are forced to live with their fucking in-laws, and so many people are forced to live with a bunch of dirty ass roommates right now, because you can't afford to pay the rent on your own right now. You can't afford to buy a home right now. You don't qualify to get a home right now. And a lot of people are just drowning into credit card debt and personal loan debt right now. And a lot of people just feel like they're fucked right now, and they're never going to be able to retire. Not now, not tomorrow, not never, not even in the future. You're just going to work paycheck to paycheck, hands on your knees forever right now. So again, make sure you listen to this, pay attention to this, take notes on this, because this is going to help you make some money right now, so you can pay off your debt, so you can fix your credit, so you can boost your FICO, and so you could actually have a future one day right now. So take a listen. Bitcoin ETF. A Bitcoin ETF, really, in essence, all it is just a big ass Bitcoin wallet. That's all it is. It's just an account that these motherfuckers, these institutions on Wall Street, they open up, and it's basically a Bitcoin wallet or a crypto wallet, whatever. Same shit, right? El mismo. It's just a big ass fucking wallet, and they're going to buy a bunch of fuck ton of Bitcoins, and they're going to put it into. That's all it is. It's just a big ass account, a big ass wallet, a big ass portfolio, a big ass bag, a big ass fucking grocery store bag, whatever you want to call it, right? It's just like this account, this wallet, this bag, this thumb drive, whatever it is, right? And these institutions will go to a crypto exchange like a Coinbase, like a Gemini, like a Kraken, Robinhood, whoever, right? Doesn't really fucking matter. They'll go to some fucking crypto exchange that sells Bitcoin. It looks like Coinbase is going to be the one that actually, they're going to be the, not the promoters, but they're going to be the middleman, right? So, in every business deal, you always need like a pinche middleman. This is the middleman, right? So Coinbase has a bunch of fucking, Bitcoins basically that they're going to mine, and they're going to sell to BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, the mutual fund, the index fund, the pension fund, the money manager fund, the retirement fund, right? All these institutions who are waiting to be legally allowed to buy Bitcoin right now, because right now they can't. That's the tug and pull on Wall Street. We'll get to that in a minute. But the point is, all of these institutions, all of these rich people, all of these, pinche gringos with all the power and the dinero on Wall Street, as we like to say it, right? All these motherfuckers here that are sitting on billions and billions and billions. And in the case of BlackRock, Vanguard, and Fidelity, these motherfuckers have trillions and trillions and trillions, literally trillions of fucking dollars. And they're trying to buy, basically as many Bitcoins as they can. And they're going to buy all these Bitcoins, again, using Coinbase as the middleman. So make sure you circle that shit, highlight it, put a star next to it. Coinbase is going to be the middleman, right? Because they're basically essentially already located on Wall Street, because Coinbase is a publicly traded company. So because Coinbase is a publicly traded company, in order for them to be listed on the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, in order for a company like Coinbase to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange, they basically had to hand over all of their balance sheets, all of their taxes, all of their, all their income statements. They basically had to go through an audit. So when Coinbase, I think it was like 2-3 years ago now, Coinbase, I think they're located in Europe or some shit like that. Doesn't matter. When they came over to the U.S. and said, we want to list on the New York Stock Exchange and we want to be a publicly traded company, and in order to do that, we have to have full transparency. So, okay, we're going to let you guys do an audit. Here's all our income statements. Here's our balance sheets. Here's basically all our tax reports. Here's everything, right? And they basically handed over to the SEC all of their financial documents. The SEC sent over like 100,000 million billion fucking lawyers. You know how that shit is. You know what I mean? Anytime there's an audit, the only people who win is the ones doing the auditing, which is always like the lawyers and the accountants, because they're the ones who have to actually do this shit. So they're the only ones who actually get paid at the end of the day. But anyways, so they went through Coinbase and they went through their income sheets and their taxes and all their fucking, balance sheets, all that bullshit people don't really give a fuck about. And they did the audit, and Coinbase basically came back clean. And they said, okay, it looks like you guys are good. Looks like you guys are managing your books properly. Looks like you guys are managing your money properly. Looks like you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. Unlike other companies like Voyager's bitch ass, or SBV, or not SBV, the Sam Bankman-Friedman, the one that had that crypto exchange out there in the Bahamas, and ended up being full of shit. They actually didn't even own any Bitcoins. They were just spending people's money on stupid shit like jet skis and shit. Yeah. So again, when you get registered with the SEC and you become a publicly traded company, these are the things that you have to do. You have to get audited, and people have to go in there with a bunch of accountants and lawyers and all these other bitch ass motherfuckers. And they got to make sure that you actually, are clean. They got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. They want to make sure that you guys actually have fucking money and you're not out there in the Bahamas spending it on stupid shit like that one crypto dude, Sam Bankman-Fried did. So anyways, Coinbase is now a publicly registered company on the New York Stock Exchange, okay? Therefore, their books are clean. Therefore, their books are not dirty. They're doing things the way that they're supposed to be. So it's a good company. It's a really good ran company, right? I think Brian Armstrong is the CEO. I actually think he's a great CEO. I think he's an amazing CEO, and I think he's doing a great job as a CEO. I would never invest in his company because I think his stock sucks, but that doesn't mean it's not a good company. It just means I think their stock sucks. But I think Coinbase is still a good company. My only issue with Coinbase has ever been that they have too many blackouts. And sometimes historically, when Bitcoin starts going parabolic and Bitcoin starts going to the moon and Bitcoin starts running or it starts dumping one way or another, for some reason the website always goes down. And then when you log into Coinbase.com, it says, oh, sorry, there must be an issue. The servers are down. And everyone's over there like, no mames, güey, no chingues, of course. Every time I need to buy more and every time I need to sell more or, whatever, sell out, the website's always down. The app always isn't working. There's always something happening with you bitches, man. And Coinbase basically says that, it's really hard to keep the website or the platform stabilized because they have so many users all around the world. And when everyone's trying to either buy or dump Bitcoin at the same time, sometimes the servers get like overloaded. And that's what causes a crash to happen on the platform or on the website. And unfortunately, there's nothing they can do about it because their company has grown so large, their company is getting so big, it's really hard to like maintain a website or a crypto exchange when there's like 100 million people all trying to log in at the same time. Sometimes crashes happen. When there's too many people trying to log in at the exact same time, it basically causes like the system to like overload or overheat, and then something, and then there's a crash. So that's kind of my only issue with Coinbase, and I get it. It's hard to like, manage a platform or manage a company when there's 100 million people trying to log in at the same time. I get it, right? But at the same time, bro, you got to figure your shit out because this shit's been happening for years now, and you guys keep giving me the same excuse over and over again, but for some reason you guys never fix it. You guys just keep blaming it on the same thing. Like, bro, fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me, no, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time, bro, I'm taking my money out of you. You're fucking, you're taking too long. So that's kind of been my only beef, my only issue with Coinbase. I'm not saying it's not a good company. I'm not saying it's not a good website. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't have an account on Coinbase, right? If you guys want to, download the Coinbase app and buy your Bitcoins there and put it into cold storage or just leave it there, I don't really care. I really don't give a fuck. It's all on you guys. But it is a good company. It is a good website. It is a good app. It is a good platform. They do make it easy to buy, different cryptos and, all these different altcoins like Cardano and Polygon and Shibu and Dogecoin. Like, they have like 1 million fucking cryptos on the app. So if you guys ever want to download the Coinbase app or, go on the website and make an account, it does take a while to make one. It is kind of pain in the ass, but it is a good website. It is a good platform. My only beef with it is that it keeps constantly going down, and sometimes a lot of the accounts end up getting hacked. So if you're going to start a Coinbase account or you're going to start buying crypto or Bitcoin or Cardano or ETH, and you're going to start doing that on Coinbase, my only recommendation is, make sure you have a really strong password. Make sure you're constantly checking your account. And what else? That's about it. Just be careful out there. If you're going to leave all your crypto and all your Bitcoins on one account, just, realize that, sometimes that shit can be really easy to get into. So that's why I think a lot of people prefer Robinhood or, even using Cash App, for example, because on Robinhood, on Cash App, you can still buy Bitcoin, you can still buy Ethereum. I think on Robinhood, you can still buy Cardano, Shibu, Dogecoin. Robinhood offers a few different cryptos. I think Cash App only allows you to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. But for a lot of you guys listening right now, the only thing you want to buy is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you only want to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can do that like on a Venmo account, a Cash App account. Like it's really not that difficult. If you want, some different crypto exposure, I think Robinhood offers a few different cryptos. But if you want to get into like a lot of these different altcoins and a lot of these different like unique type of cryptos, again, like a Polygon, like a VeChain, stuff like that, whatever. I think you're probably going to have to either go to a different, crypto website like a Coinbase, which is the most popular, or you can go to like a Gemini or Kraken. There's a bunch of them. You can just go on Google, do your own research. I'm not going to promote any of them right now, especially after Voyager went down. I thought that was some bullshit. So just do your research. Make sure you're doing your due diligence. But I will say Coinbase is probably the most popular in the world right now. And it is, the number one ranked right now. And it is the only one that's publicly registered right now. So therefore, if anything ever happens on Coinbase, supposedly you should be able to get your money back. Because it is registered right now with the New York Stock Exchange. So anyways, though, moving on. With all that being said, Coinbase is basically going to be the middleman for a lot of these hedge funds, for a lot of these mutual funds, for a lot of these bitch-ass institutions right now. And all of them are trying to do the same thing. They just want a Bitcoin ETF. And a Bitcoin ETF is just basically a big-ass bank account, a big-ass crypto wallet, a big-ass fucking Bitcoin, thing right now. And they're trying to buy as many Bitcoins as possible and put it into that shit. And you know what I mean? And basically just start to hodl Bitcoin right now. And the reason the SEC doesn't want to allow that to happen, the reason the SEC is fighting that shit right now, and the reason the SEC is being a little bitch right now, is because they're saying that they don't have the approval to do so because Bitcoin isn't legal right now. And Bitcoin so far by the US government has not been deemed legal or illegal right now. And so that's kind of like the push and pull. And so the SEC, when they got all these Bitcoin, ETF applications and shit, it was like about a year or 2 years ago now, they went to the Biden administration, I think even the Trump administration, and they said, hey, everyone's trying to like make these big ass Bitcoin wallets to put Bitcoin into. What do you guys think? Is Bitcoin legal now, or is it still illegal right now? Because we don't want to allow a Bitcoin wallet or a Bitcoin ETF to exist. And then you guys come out 2 years later and said, never mind, Bitcoin's illegal. It's only being used for shady shit. We don't trust Bitcoin right now. Fuck Bitcoin, and make sure we ban that shit. So we don't want to approve a Bitcoin ETF, and then 2 years later you guys try to ban it or say it's illegal or say it's not allowed. So before we start allowing all these institutions like a BlackRock, a Fidelity, a Vanguard, mutual funds, index funds, pension funds, the list goes on, yada, yada, yada. Before we start allowing them to buy as many Bitcoins as they want right now, we want to make sure that we're doing things legally. So, Mr. Trump, so Mr. Biden administration, whoever's in charge right now, is Bitcoin legal or is it illegal right now? And so far, nobody can fucking agree on it. I think everyone wants to make it legal. The problem is nobody knows how to classify it right now. And that's something that we talked about last year. There's a lot of Republicans that say Bitcoin should be tax-free because it is a form of currency that's being used in El Salvador. And if Bitcoin can be used as a form of currency like money, then we shouldn't be taxing it. We should allow it to be tax-free right now. But then there's a lot of Democrats that say, nah. And this is like an AOC and Elizabeth Warren and the whole fucking liberal crew. They're over here saying, no. We're not going to just let Republicans make Bitcoin tax free right now. The only reason you guys want it to be tax free is because you bitches never want to pay your taxes right now. The fuck out of here. So AOC and the crew and Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders old ass and all these motherfuckers, they're over here looking at Republicans saying Bitcoin should be tax free, and they're looking at them like, nah, bro, we see what you're trying to do. You're just trying to make it so you guys don't have to pay taxes, and that's why you guys want to make it tax free. And then Republicans are like, nah. This is about freedom. This is about democracy. This is about financial freedom and financial independence and blah, 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 blah. And in reality, I kind of agree with AOC. I kind of agree with Elizabeth Warren. I get it. El Salvador uses it as a form of currency right now, and in a lot of places in Europe they use it as a form of currency. I think there's a lot of like Ukrainian refugees and people who are trying to like escape from Russia right now because they don't agree with what Putin's doing in Ukraine right now. And there's probably a lot of refugees coming from fucking Syria and Israel and Iran, and there's refugee and asylum seekers all over the world. I mean, look at all the people going through the border in Mexico right now. So I get it. There's a lot of people who actually use Bitcoin as a form of currency. But the problem is Republicans aren't really saying that it's a use of currency and we should make it tax free because it's just another way for people to pay for things. I don't think that's the reason they want to make it tax free. I do agree with AOC and Elizabeth Warren that even though it is used as a form of currency around the world, that's not why these Republicans want to make it tax-free. A lot of these Republicans just don't want to pay taxes on it. I kind of agree with that. I mean, both things can be true. I think on one hand, it is true. El Salvador, Europe, Middle East, all over the world, people are using it as a form of currency to pay for things right now. But I could also say it's also a way for a lot of these Bitcoin whales and Bitcoin people who donate to people's political campaigns. It's a way for them to kind of avoid paying taxes on their cryptos, not just now, but in the future as well. So I think both things can be true. But the point is, there's a lot of people on Team Blue, particularly the AOCs, the Elizabeth Warren, the Bernie Sanders, that are paying attention to what's going on around the world. And one of the other things around the world that's happening is there are a lot of billionaires and Bitcoin multimillionaires who are, how do I say this? They're donating to a lot of political campaigns right now, and they're giving money to a lot of these people in Congress and Senate. And in return for them donating money to their campaigns so their dumbass can get reelected, they're basically saying, hey, I'll give you this money to help you get reelected as the senator of Tennessee or the congressman or congresswoman from Mississippi or Florida or whatever, right? But in return, if and when you get reelected, do me a favor, pass this law that says Bitcoin's going to be tax free, not just now, but forever in the future. Because I do think there's a lot of Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires who've owned Bitcoin since it was like $5, $10, $20, and Bitcoin has made them rich as fuck. But if they ever declare how many Bitcoins they own, then the government's going to come for that ass and be like, oh, how many Bitcoins do you own? Oh, how much money do you have invested in Bitcoin? Oh, how much fucking, billions dollars worth of Bitcoin do you got? Shit, better come over here and give me half that fucking money. Because the IRS, they don't play. They're going to come for that ass. And so a lot of these Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires, that believe that Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, half a motherfucking million in the future. You really think they want to pay half that money in taxes right now? You really think they just want to give half that profit to the IRS right now? You really think they're just going to forfeit that shit? Hell nah! So a lot of these Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires, right, who we don't know about, they're all fucking, anonymous and shit. They're out here, walking up and down Wall Street, and Wall Street's doing the same thing. Wall Street's also donating to a lot of campaigns right now, for both Republicans and Democrats, honestly. And they're just donating to a lot of, political campaigns. And that's why you see so many people who are running for Congress and Senate. They keep coming out and saying, oh, vote for me and I'll make Bitcoin tax free. I'll make all crypto tax free. And, Bitcoin and crypto and Ethereum, it's all a form of currency. And, the government shouldn't make us pay taxes on our profits because it's a form of currency and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. Okay. Who do you think is paying for them to say that? Who do you think is paying for them to do that? Who do you think is paying them to vote for that and try to pass those kind of laws right now once they get elected into Congress or Senate? Who do you think is donating money for that? It's a lot of the institutions who know that Bitcoin's going to go up in the future, but they don't want to pay half that shit in taxes. That's dumb, right? And on the other hand, it's also a lot of Bitcoin whales and Bitcoin millionaires and Bitcoin billionaires who also don't want to forfeit, half that money to taxes. You know what I mean? They're always trying to find a way to avoid taxes. I get it, right? It's not just Trump that doesn't want to pay taxes. It's everybody. I've never met a millionaire or billionaire in my life that wanted to pay taxes. So again, this is what's really going on Wall Street, and this is what's going on in the crypto community. Everyone's donating to these campaigns, and everyone on Wall Street's donating to a lot of these politicians, trying to get them to vote to make Bitcoin tax free right now. On the other hand, though, you have a lot of people like an Elizabeth Warren, like an AOC, like a Bernie Sanders, who know what's going on. They see the game that's being played behind the scenes, and they're saying, fuck that shit. You're not about to just cash out $100 billion worth of profit and just let it be tax free. Fuck no. You're going to have to do what? Pay your fair share of taxes. So, because Team Red, Team Blue, liberals, conservative, people who are fiscally smart and people who are fiscally retarded, because none of these, bitches can really agree on what should be done with Bitcoin, how it should be taxed, how it should be regulated, how it should be authorized, how it should be used, how it should be monitored, because nobody can agree on these things. That's what's causing this friction where everyone wants to make it legal, but they just don't know how they should tax it, how they should regulate it, how they should monitor it, how they should watch it, how they should use it, authorize it, right? Because you have places like the city of Miami. Shout out to everyone out there in Miami, Florida. Shout out to all my subscribers in Dade County. Shout out to all my subscribers in, out there in the South in general. But there's a lot of people out there in Miami, like the city of Miami, that basically just legalized Bitcoin in the state of Florida. And they said if you're a business or you're a business entity in Florida and you have a customer who wants to pay you in Bitcoin, you must allow them to do so. So now all of the government offices, all of the state workers, all of the state departments, all of the landlords, all of the liquor store owners, all of the strip clubs, all of the bars, all of the hotels, all of the restaurants, all of the resorts, all of the parking meters, if you want to pay for something in Bitcoin in the state of Florida, that business owner has to legally allow you to do so because they have legalized Bitcoin in the state of Florida, or it might just be the city of Miami. I don't remember. But I know in Miami for sure, every single business in the entire city of Miami and maybe the state of Florida has to allow anyone and everyone to pay their bills using Bitcoin. That has to legally be allowed, right? And so they're basically already, starting, the ball game and saying, no, we're going to authorize Bitcoin as a form of currency. And if you want to pay your bills in Bitcoin, you can do so. You want to pay your rent in Bitcoin, you can do so. You want to pay your bar tab in Bitcoin, you can do so. You want to pay the strippers in Bitcoin, you can do so. You want to pay your baby mama child support in Bitcoin, you can do so. Basically, Bitcoin is now officially a form of currency in Miami, and I believe it might be for the entire state of Florida. I'd have to find out. But I know for Miami, 100%, you can pay your bills in Bitcoin. Everything and anything in Miami, you're allowed to pay for it using Bitcoin. So, that's just one example of, some of these cities and states and municipalities are already getting ahead of the game and they're getting in front of the curve and they're saying, no, Bitcoin is a form of currency and we should allow our residents to use it as a form of currency if they so wish to do so. But again, when you go to Capitol Hill, the reason Bitcoin is not federally legalized or illegal right now, is because there's a lot of people that just don't know how to regulate it, how to monitor it, how to authorize it, how to tax it. Is it going to be tax free, or are you going to pay 10, 20% taxes? Are you going to pay 50% taxes? Are you going to pay 40% taxes? Is the taxes you pay on Bitcoin relative to how much income you earn based on your, your file taxes? Like, how are we doing this? And right now, nobody on Team Red and Team Blue, the liberals, the conservative, the fiscally responsible, and the fiscally retarded, nobody can really agree on this shit on Capitol Hill because they can't agree on anything. They can't agree on how much money to send to Ukraine. They can't agree to how much money to send to Israel, how much money to send to Iran, how much money to send to fucking South Korea, how much money to send to Taiwan, how much money to send to the fucking border patrol down south, how much money to send here, how much money to send there, what are we doing about this, what are we doing about that, how are we going to do this, what are we going to do over there? Like, they can't agree on anything right now. And I would also mention one of the reasons that the SEC hasn't heard back from Congress and Senate right now is because there's so many things going on around the world. We just had a mass shooting in Maine. We got the bombing that happening out there in Gaza. We have the whole terrorist thing with Hamas. We got, a war still happening between Russia and Ukraine. We have tensions with China. We have tensions with China, Taiwan. We got all this shit happening in the border with all these fucking asylum seekers. And all we do is just keep giving them free welfare, free food stamps, and free hotel rooms forever. We got a slowing economy. We got inflation. We got interest rates. We got mortgage rates. We have a bunch of dumbasses at the Federal Reserve. We have issues in California. We have that fucking fire out there in Hawaii. I mean, damn, there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. Gas prices are still really high. Rent prices are still high. We're not building enough houses. Food prices are going higher because fertilizer prices are going higher. Supply chains are still a fucking crisis. I mean, damn, sheesh. We got a lot of fucked up things going on in the world right now. I mean, damn. And then everyone's complaining about the economy. Everyone's complaining about the slowdown. Everyone's complaining about prices. Everyone's complaining about wages. Everyone's complaining about, you have the union workers all across the nation going on strike because everything's, going autonomous. We have ChatGPT coming for everyone's job and shit. Artificial intelligence, AI, automation, robotics. Tesla saying that Gigafactory in Texas, he's basically going to fire all his workers in the next 5 years because everything's just going to be done with robotics and automation. If you guys go to most warehouses these days, it feels like everyone's job's been replaced by automation. You know what I mean? We got self-driving cars that everyone keeps talking about. Like, the point is, a lot of union workers are worried about their job security in the long term because they see this chat GPT coming. They see artificial intelligence. They see automation in the warehouses. They see robotics being developed. They see all of these tools being powered by AI. And a lot of these union workers, on top of that, are getting their asses kicked by inflation in a higher interest rate environment. And they're saying, damn, I need more money in the short term, but I need more job security in the long term. So all of this shit is just causing a headache for the Fed and for the government right now, because now all the union workers across the country are going on strike right now. And that's really just going to make inflation go higher right now, which is going to make the Fed pissed off right now. So, I mean, it's a lot of fucking shit going on in the world. You think Bitcoin's the most important thing to fucking Congress right now? Hell no! Fuck no! They don't give a fuck about Bitcoin or ETH or Dogecoin to the moon. They got 1,000,001 things to think about right now. That's why I be playing on the podcast, you know? Congress got 99 problems, but Bitcoin ain't one, you know? Because again, between fucking the mass shooting in Maine, the war in Russia, Ukraine, everything going on in Gaza, Iran, Iraq, the fucking Israel, the terrorist group, Hamas, Gaza, tensions with China, Taiwan, inflation, mortgage rates, the quote unquote fake housing crisis, real estate agents can't make no money these days. I mean, it's a lot of shit going on. Gas prices, supply chains, food prices, immigration, south of the border, transgender rights. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. It's every fucking day we have a fucking million issues we have to talk about. So Bitcoin isn't necessarily seen as a top priority right now, which is basically making Wall Street really mad. It's making all the Bitcoin, political investors really angry. And it's making the SEC feel like they're lost because, they're not getting a response right now. And so all these people in Congress, all these people in Senate, they want to allow Bitcoin. They want to legalize Bitcoin. They want to fucking authorize Bitcoin, but they can't because they can't agree on anything right now. And when it comes to Bitcoin, the main thing is, how much are we going to charge people in taxes? Or are we just going to allow people to never pay taxes on Bitcoin? Because again, if it is a form of currency, like the euro, like the dollar, like the motherfucking Mexican peso, like the fucking anything, right? If it's a form of currency, then you don't pay any taxes on currency. Now you pay taxes on how much money you make, that's true, but you don't pay taxes on like owning it. Like if the US dollar goes up in value, you don't pay taxes on it. When the US dollar goes down in value, you don't pay, you don't get a tax break on it. Like it's just a form of currency. What you get taxed on is, what do you use, what are you buying with it? And how much of it do you make when you get paid? Like you get, income tax, right? Sales tax. But there's no such thing as an appreciation tax. Because for the last 100 years, the only thing the U.S. dollar has been doing is going down, 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 because the U.S. dollar keeps losing its value over time, because all we do is keep printing more and more and more money. That's all the government does is print more money, more money, more money. And we keep giving it to fucking countries like Ukraine and Taiwan and buttfuck Nigeria, and send it to Gaza, send it here, send it there, send it to our allies in the Middle East, send it over there to fucking Asia. Like the only thing the government does is just keep printing, keep printing, keep printing. This isn't a Donald Trump issue. This isn't an Obama problem. This isn't a Bush problem. This isn't a Biden issue. Like the last 100 presidents have all been printing money. So for the last 100 years, excuse me, the only thing the US dollar has really done is go down, 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 down in value and losing its purchasing power. That's why things keep going up in the economy. It's not because things are worth more. It's because our dollars are worth less. So I think you guys need to understand that in the big picture. That's macroeconomics 101 with the motherfucking general this evening. So with all that being said, I think that's kind of like the main issue right there with Bitcoin on Wall Street and on Capitol Hill right now, is that nobody knows how to tax it. Because again, there are a lot of people who are saying it should be tax-free because it is used as a form of currency in Europe. It's used as a form of currency in El Salvador. It's used as a form of currency all around the world. And people are paying with things using Bitcoin as a form of currency. And again, you go to Miami County, Dade County, MIA, and guess what? You can pay your landlord in Bitcoin. You can pay your restaurant bill in Bitcoin. You can pay the strippers in the strip club in Bitcoin. You could pay your baby mama child support in Bitcoin. You could pay your rent. You could pay your water bill. You can pay your light bill. You can pay your gas bill. You can pay your motherfucking Netflix bill. Pay for the motherfucking Wi-Fi up in that small ass studio apartment. Guess what? You can do all of it paying in Bitcoin. The problem is, even though as much as people want to make Bitcoin 100% tax-free because it is a form of currency,
There are a lot of people, rightfully so, the AOCs, the Elizabeth Warrens, and the Bernies, that say the only reason they're out here wanting to make it tax-free is because they don't want to pay taxes on their Bitcoins. Or more importantly, their campaign sponsors don't want to pay taxes on their Bitcoins. So all these people who've been making billions and billions and billions, as Trump used to say, billions and billions of dollars on Bitcoins, because they bought it back in the day when it was $20, $40, $200, $100, $300, and now it's $30,000 and potentially goes to $300,000 as soon as that Bitcoin ETF is approved. Guess what? These people are going to be multi-billionaires. Some of them might end up becoming trillionaires. Who fucking knows, right? But the point is, like, you know, AOC, Elizabeth Warren, and the crew, all of them, they know that the main reason people want to make it, you know, Bitcoin tax-free isn't because it's a form of currency. Fuck no, it's because these bitches don't want to give up half their money to the IRS. And I think Bernie and Elizabeth Warren and AOC are like, dude, we have such a massive deficit right now. We have all these things we're trying to pay, you know, for, all these things we got to deal with. And, you know, we love spending money on shit. But they understand we're working on a deficit right now. And one of the ways that the government can get a fuck ton of money is if they just tax the holy fuck out of Bitcoin right now and say you have to pay 20, 30, 40, 50% of your profits in taxes. Now, the rich people will still find a way to avoid that shit. But for the average American who's not tax savvy, for the average American who can't afford a tax expert, for the average American who doesn't understand tax loopholes, they're going to get fucked if they end up passing a big-ass tax bill on the average American consumer, if they end up making money on Bitcoin this year, next year, and moving forward into the future. So I think that's kind of like the key issue right now is how do you tax it? How do you regulate it? How do you monitor it? How do you authorize it? How do we use it? How do we accept it? Do we force every single business in America to allow customers to pay for their services or pay for their goods and pay for it using Bitcoin? Do we force every business in the country to do that? Like, how do we roll that shit out? What is the app or what does the payment processing look like if people want to pay for their taxes in Bitcoin? They want to pay for their rent in Bitcoin. They want to pay for their grocery store bill at Walmart using Bitcoin. How is that going to look like? What is the app we're going to use? What does the payment processor look like? You know, how are we going to avoid theft? How are we going to avoid cybersecurity hacks? How are we going to avoid fucking, you know, malicious attacks? Like, there's so many things that go into it. And because there's 1,000,001 issues going on Capitol Hill right now, nobody wants to actually sit down and talk about this because there's 99 problems in the world right now, and Bitcoin ain't one. And so that's why the SEC is basically sitting on its ass saying, I'm not going to allow Bitcoin ETF to get approved right now. I'm not going to authorize a Bitcoin ETF to get approved right now. And I don't give a fuck which one of you King Kong motherfuckers, you know what I mean, out here trying to press on me, telling me I better fucking allow a Bitcoin ETF or y'all gonna find a way to fire me. I don't give a fuck right now, okay? I am not going to allow a Bitcoin ETF to get approved right now until I get clarity from the U.S. government, from the U.S. Constitution, from all these bitches in Congress, from all these bitches in the Senate, and from all these bitches in Capitol Hill. I ain't going to allow shit to get through until they give me confirmation that it is 100% legal and they give me the fucking rules. Until then, stand the fuck by and keep on waiting. Well, you could imagine as soon as fucking Wall Street heard that shit, as soon as fucking King Kong heard that shit, what do you think they had to say to Gary Gensler? What do you think they had to say about the SEC? What do you think they had to say about this whole motherfucking bitch-ass process right now? You already know what they had to say about this.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of who the fuck you think you fucking with. I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's basically what's going on. That's the war on Wall Street right now as it pertains to this Bitcoin ETF, as it compares to Congress, as it relates to the U.S. Senate, as it, as it is with Capitol Hill and a lot of these dirty ass politicians right now. That's kind of the war. That's the beef. That's where we are right now in this Bitcoin cycle, where you have these institutions, you have these money managers, you have these index funds, these mutual funds, these pension funds, these retirement funds, all of these, bitch ass maricons with the pinche motherfucking billions and billions and billions, if not the motherfucking trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of fucking dollars. And they're trying to buy as many Bitcoins as they can right now. They want to load the motherfucking cannon on Bitcoins right now. They're literally coming out every day on Wall Street. CNBC, Fox Business, CBS, NBC, who gives a fuck see? And they're literally every fucking day coming out saying as soon as they get the fucking approval, as soon as they get the authorization, as soon as they get the motherfucking green light, they will be pulling the motherfucking triggers when it comes to Bitcoin right now. The problem is they're stuck right now. They're stuck in LA traffic. They're stuck in that NY fucking traffic right now. They're stuck and they're over here honking the horn like, beep, beep, hurry the fuck up, beep, beep, let's go, muévete, muévete, córrele, way, approve this fucking shit right now. But they're stuck because Congress, Senate, everyone on Capitol Hill can't get their head out their ass right now because they can't agree on anything right now. We can't agree on what we're doing with asylum seekers. We can't agree on how we're handling immigration with the crisis at the border right now. We can't agree on what the fuck we're doing with Ukraine, what the fuck we're doing in Europe, what the fuck we're doing about Gaza, Hamas, Israel, Iran, China, what the fuck's going on with Taiwan. I got shit out there with North Korea, South Korea, every day going on right now. Supply chain issues, inflation, the interest rates, mortgage rates. We got union workers going on strike every motherfucking day. You got millennials stressed the fuck out. You got Gen Zs who are giving up their lives, giving up on life, we got transgender shit going on right now. I mean, damn. There's a lot of fucking shit. Oh, and then over the weekend we had a fucking mass shooter in Maine. I mean, damn, man. Damn, we're still doing lockdowns. We're still doing mass shootings. We're still dealing with school shootings. I mean, fuck. Can't we get a break? Every motherfucking day there's something going on in the country right now. So, we got hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, global warming, climate change, fuck, man. Damn. It's a lot of fucking shit, and none of these bitches on Capitol Hill, none of them in Congress, none of them in the Senate can agree on anything right now. Republicans can't even nominate a speaker right now. Republicans don't even have a fucking speaker of a house right now. These bitches can't get nothing done. This shit should have been done. Always with their heads up their fucking asses like fucking bitches right now. Damn! You really think they care about a Bitcoin ETF right now? You really think Bitcoin's top priority right now? You really think Bitcoin is the number one subject on Capitol Hill? Fuck! No, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit right now. So, that's where we are. And that's why Gary Gensler's saying, I'll sit here and wait. We'll keep chilling. We'll keep waiting. I don't give a fuck. I'm not authorizing shit till these bitches in the Congress and the U.S. Senate give me the green light. But until that shit happens, I'm going to keep on waiting because I'm not going to allow this shit to happen if I don't have a rule book. I don't have a playbook. You guys want me to legalize a Bitcoin ETF for you? BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, all the mutual funds, index funds, bitch funds, all you puta motherfuckers. Okay, bro. But how? How do I tax it? How do I regulate it? How do I monitor it? How do I authorize it? How the fuck do we manage it? How? There's no fucking rule book. And on top of that, we don't even know if it's fucking legal. Just because it's legal in El Salvador, just because it's legal in Miami, just because it might be legal in Tejas, just because it's legal out there in Israel, don't mean it's legal here. It's not legal, but it's not illegal. It's like weed. Weed is federally illegal somehow, but every state has a fucking dispensary. What the fuck are we even doing? We don't even know how to regulate weed right now. That shit sounds stupid as fuck.
Weed is literally federally illegal, but every state in the country has a fucking dispensary. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? We can't even fucking have an agreement about weed right now. All these motherfuckers want to do is get high. All they want to do is get high as fuck. That's all they want to do. They're not out here doing crystal meth. They're not out here doing, cocaine, cocaina, speed, fentanyl. They just want to smoke a blunt and be out. That's it. We can't even agree what to do about weed at the federal level right now. That's how fucking dumb as fuck all of our fucking political leaders are right now. So, you really think Bitcoin's number one priority? Fuck no. And that to me is why, honestly, I want a Bitcoin ETF. I do. I would love to see one get approved any day now. I really, really would. Because the moment they do, the moment that shit get approved, the moment they get to fucking load the cannons, pull the trigger, and squeeze that bitch till the clip is empty, oh yeah, Bitcoin's going to the moon. And I think BlackRock came out, and I think BlackRock, again, the world's largest financial institution, said that the first week that Bitcoin ETF is approved, they'll probably buy about $200 billion worth of Bitcoins. Let me say that one more time. They're going to buy $200 billion with a motherfucking B. $200 billion worth of Bitcoin. Make sure you highlight that shit. Put a star next to it. Circle that shit. Highlight that shit. That's another thing that should be in your notes right now. When Bitcoin gets approved, there will be at least, bare minimum, 200 billion with the fucking B, $billion worth of Bitcoin that is purchased. Again, Coinbase is going to be the middleman, so Coinbase stock will probably also go to the moon. So that's kind of a double play for you. The moment the Bitcoin ETF is approved, you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy some Ethereum, and you can buy some Coinbase stock. Let me say that one more time for you. The moment the Bitcoin ETF gets approved, you can buy some Bitcoin, you can buy some Ethereum, and you can buy some Coinbase stock, because Coinbase is going to be the one that's brokering the deal. They're going to be the middleman. They're going to be the supplier for all these institutions right now who are trying to load up on Bitcoin and send that shit to the moon. So, with that being said, that is something that I would take a closer look at if I were you. So, again, I want a Bitcoin ETF to get approved. I want a Bitcoin ETF to start pumping. I want a Bitcoin ETF to just pipe down that bitch. You know, that bad bitch known as Bitcoin. You know, cute face, slim waist, fat ass cheeks with some big ass titties. Ooh-wee! We want to pipe that shit down, you know? But it's hard because we don't know when that Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved. A lot of the bulls keep saying any day now, any day now, any day now, any day now. But I just gave you like a list of 100 reasons why it's not going to get approved any day now. There's just too many things going on in the economy, too many things going on in the macro environment, too many things happening around the world, too many things that are top of mind for all these people in the U.S., you know, Congress and Senate. And now after that mass shooting in Maine, what do you think they're going to talk about next week on Capitol Hill? Oh, we need more gun control. We need to take away all their guns, and people shouldn't have gun rights. Oh, here we go again. We're going to have a national debate all of next week about what to do with gun laws, how we should have gun control. And oh, here we go. Democrats trying to take our guns away, and then all the Republicans are going to get butthurt. And here we go again with the same bitch-ass conversation, the same stupid-ass debate that never leads to anything. There's never anything that changes. We talk about it for a week, and then we move on to the next subject, next topic the next week. It's like, dude, and then we sit around for another 3, 4, 6 months, and then there's another mass shooting. There's another school shooting. There's another fucking gun down. And oh, here we go again. Let's talk about the gun law debate. And then we talk about it for another fucking week and a half, and then we move on to the next topic once again. And nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever gets fucking approved, because Republicans and Democrats will never, ever, ever agree on what to do when it comes to the gun law debate. So you really think next week is going to be all about Bitcoin? Fuck no. They don't give a fuck about it, Bitcoin. What did I say already? Got 99 issues in the world. Bitcoin ain't one. It's not number one, at least, right? So, you know, I think that's kind of where we are, where, again, I want to believe the Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved. I do think it will one day. I just don't think it's going to be this year. I really don't. And I know that's fucked up. I know that's not what you want to hear. You guys wanted me to come out here for an hour and a half and tell you guys to buy more Bitcoins, and it's going to the moon, and you need to pull the triggers, and you need to buy the dip, and don't be a bitch, and let's load the fucking boats, and da-da-da, and da-da-da. And, you know, instead, I'm going to tell you not what you want to hear, but I'm going to come out here and tell you what you need to hear. Because I'm not your fucking friend. I'm your fucking general.
And what you need to hear right now is that you shouldn't even be paying attention to what's going on with Bitcoin. You should be focused on your fucking credit score. You should be focused on your FICO score. You should be focused on those credit card bills. You should be focused on your student loan bills. You should be focused on your debt to income right now. Because a lot of you guys don't make enough money to survive. A lot of you guys have less than $300 in savings right now. A lot of you guys are already broke as fuck, and that's why you're waiting for the first of the month. And then probably by next weekend, you'll be broke as fuck again one more time. A lot of you guys just don't make enough money to survive. And that's why I keep saying I see so many millennials and so many Gen Zs living with their parents, living with their in-laws, or living with a bunch of dirty-ass roommates right now. Because you guys don't make enough money to pay the rent on your own. You guys can't even afford a fucking studio apartment right now. The average studio apartment in America is probably at least $1,500, and that's if you live on the ghetto side of town. You're going to pay at least $1,500 for a studio, and that's if you live in the ghetto side of town. If you want to rent a 2-3 bedroom house, that shit going to cost you at least $2,500, maybe almost $3,500 a month right now. The average 2-3 bedroom house in America is somewhere between $2,500 to $3,500 a month. How many of you guys can afford $2,500 or $3,500 to rent a house right now? Not many of you. You guys can't even afford $1,500 for a studio, and that's on the ghetto side of town. And then groceries, you guys seen food prices, you guys seen gas prices, you guys see rent prices, you guys see how much it costs to go to the fucking Mickey D's, go to the liquor store, get that fucking cold pack of fucking Corona, get that fucking cheap ass Modelo. You guys see how much it costs right now just to get a motherfucking cheeseburger right now? It's just expensive, especially when you got kids, especially when you got a baby mama, especially when you got to pay child support, especially when you got to pay alimony to that bitch ass ex-wife. Yeah, that shit's expensive, bruh. That shit's expensive. So, when you got kids, when you got a fucking family to support, bro, this economy seems fucked right now. So that's why when people are like, oh, should I put more money on Bitcoin? Is it going to the moon? I saw it's like at 35K, bro. Should I put more money on Bitcoin? I'm like, bro, you need to fix your dirty ass credit score right now. You need to fix your stanky ass FICO score right now. You need to fix that dirty ass debt to income ratio right now. Because y'all don't make enough money to survive. You barely make enough money to pay the bills on time right now. The fuck are you talking about? Should I put another $200-$300 on Bitcoin? I'm like, bro, even if it doubled, that shit's only $600. That still won't even be enough to fucking move out right now. Think about it. If you put $300 on Bitcoin at 35,000 and it goes to like 70,000 next week, that 300 is worth 600. What are you going to do? Go to the movies? Like, think about it. What are you really doing with $300? I keep getting these messages. Oh, I got $300, General. I got $500. Maybe next week I'll have like 1,000. I'm like, okay, what are you going to do? Put 1,000 on Bitcoin, watch it double and go to 2,000? Then what? Then you're 1,000. You cash out 2,000. That's 1,000 profit. What the fuck are you really doing with $1,000 profit in this economy? That's barely enough to go out for one weekend. That's not even enough for a down deposit. That's not even enough money to buy a used car in this economy. Used cars like $35,000 right now. Like, what are you really doing if you cash out $1,000 in profit? Nothing. Like, go to Applebee's, I guess. Like, what are you really doing? Go to BJ's, go to B-Dubs, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck. Pay for some loose pussy with an escort right now? Like, honestly, what is $1,000 anymore in this economy? That's why I said $25 an hour is a new minimum wage. $25 today gets you what $12 an hour used to get you yesterday. It's just not shit right now. So when you guys text me, and I hate to be fucked up, but I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your general right now. And I'm not here to explain the way the world should be. I'm here to explain the way the world is right now. $1,000 just ain't shit right now. Not in this economy, not in this world, not in this macro environment. Fuck no. That ain't shit right now. So, if you guys can excuse me, but please do me a favor. Stop messaging the general about what you should do with your $200-$300, what you should do with your $400-$500. Oh, I got like $1,000 coming in next week, bro. That ain't shit right now. Fix your shitty ass credit score. Fix your stanky ass FICO score. Boost your fucking debt to income ratio right now. Move out your fucking mama house right now. Go to fucking college. I don't care if it's community college. Okay, apply for your FAFSA, get your financial aid, and get a fucking degree right now. Because robotics is coming. Automation is happening every day across every warehouse right now. And ChatGPT ain't going away. ChatGPT is here forever right now. So you want to ask me? You want to ask the general? You want to press me on what you should be doing with your money right now? Kill your fucking debt. Fix your fucking credit. Evaluate your fucking life. Go to school. Get your GED. Go to college. Get a fucking degree. And something that's useful and something that matters. Not that bullshit like gender studies degree. Go to school. Go learn to be a fucking engineer. Go learn something about fucking mechanics. Go fucking study aviation. Go study fucking, STEM majors. Go to school to get a degree in something that matters. Go to school and learn something that's actually going to be useful. Go to school and get a degree or get a certificate in something that actually pays a lot of fucking money. Because moving forward, if you ain't got a degree and you ain't got a GED, then you really will be a fucking slave for the rest of your life. Working paycheck to paycheck on your hands and fucking knees for that bitch ass supervisor for the rest of your fucking life. That Bitcoin ETF is coming. But that's not going to be enough to save you. Because in this economy, in this environment, in this fucking war zone right now, you need an education to survive. You need a degree, you need a certificate, or you need some kind of license where people are going to be willing to pay you a lot of money. And that's how you're going to survive. Then once you make a lot of money, that's when you can actually invest a lot of money. But right now, that $200-$300 on Bitcoin is not going to do nothing. That $400-$500 on Shibu ain't going to take you to the moon no time soon. Putting $1,000 on ETH, that's cute. But even if it doubled to 2,000 tomorrow, you'll still be living in the same tiny apartment, still stuck in the same fucking studio, still living in the hood, still living in the ghetto, still living in the fucking barrio with your family. If Ethereum doubles tomorrow and takes your 1,000 to 2,000, that's just enough to take your fucking baby mama to the movies. That's not enough to fucking be successful. That's not enough money to move out. And that's not enough money to level up in life. You need to find a way to make more money. Because inflation's not going away. Interest rates aren't going to come down anytime soon. It's going to be higher for longer. And in my opinion, I still don't think they're done hiking. Because I don't think inflation's ever going to go back down to 2% unless they send us into a fucking relentless recession, which I think for the middle class on down has actually already started. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. The truth is fucking ugly. But we are living in an economic war zone. We are living in an economic catastrophe. And the economy right now for the middle class and the poor is a fucking bloodbath and a massacre right now. You want to know what to do with your money? I know. Kill your fucking debt. Because for most of you listening to me right now, that's what's killing you right now. Kill your fucking debt. Fix your fucking credit. Boost your fucking FICO. Get a better job. Make more money. Go back to school. Get your GED. Get a certificate. Get a license. Get a skill set in something that makes you more money. Then you can invest more money. From now until the end of the year, fuck Bitcoin. Fuck crypto. Fuck ETH. Fix your credit. Fix your FICO. Boost your fucking income. That's the fucking message from the motherfucking general. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for listening to the one, the only. Magayon Entertainment! Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys on the motherfucking next episode. Yay, yay!
The motherfucking Deagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker. So blaze the weed up then. Blaze that shit up, nigga. Yeah. Sup, Snoop? Top dog, light 'em off, nigga. Burn this shit up. DPGC, my nigga, turn that shit up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Thug niggas, drug dealers, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my hoe a 44 when she got in the back door. Bitches looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this motherfucker just to swing in my hair. Bitch, quit talking, quit walk if you're down with the sick. Take a bullet with some dick and take this dope on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if your ass get cracked, bitch, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the ass, you'll be relieving the stress.
It's the motherfucking D.R.E. Dr. Dre, motherfucker. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.G. Straight off the fucking streets of CPT. King up the beach, you ride to him in your fleet. Whoa, the field rolling on dubs. How you feel? Whoop-de-whoop, nigga, what? Praying Snoop Chronic down in the lag. With Doc in the back, sipping on yak. Clip in the strap, dipping through hood. What hood? Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. South Central out to the west side. This California love, this California bug. Got a nigga gang of pub. I'm on one, I might bell up in the Century Club. With my jeans on, and my team strong. Get my drink on, and my smoke on. Then go home with something to poke on. Locust song for the 200. Coming real, it's the next episode.
Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be thinking we soft, we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, smoke weed every day.